bull market is ready to start. Where are you going to start, though? Where? When? I am waiting. All I can do is spin the helicopter hat. Roca Negra, huh? Check them out, friends. Roca Negra. Now, isn't it interesting and fascinating that your friend Somi has been making videos about Roca Negra ever since they filed that ETF, even before that, right? So this was, my gosh, it's been 1.5 years. And I have always told you the truth about them. It's not even my opinion. Like, it's 100% true. They are the government, deep state, puppet for their wallet. They are the wallet of the government. That's how they get control over the people. They just gain 1% control every single year, slowly but surely. They buy up assets, they control stuff. They select who's in the index for companies because they control the tap water money, right? So I've been talking about them for a while, friends. And what's interesting now is, you know, like I have all my videos see, BlackRock want to eat your babies. This is bullish. Hurry. Oh, man, it's been so good. Now, actually, let's actually think about what's going on now. Ethereum is cucked with the price. That's ETH BTC ratio. Ethereum is cucked with the price, but look at this picture I made for you. Remember, Roca Negra and Ethereum. Friends, here's the truth, man. I know a lot of people get salty at this. I don't give a shit. This is the truth. The truth is, Ethereum is the most government-friendly chain. Okay? It actually is. It gives you the illusion of decentralization just enough. And if they need to turn everything down, they can. And Consensus, MetaMask, they're all pretty much infiltrated. JP Mosquito, Goldman Slugs, they got all the ICO allocations and everything there. They've actually got ownership of these. Don't believe the FUD. If you go try ask them, no, that's FUD left, right. No, bro, I'm not stupid. Okay, I'm not dumb. I know how this play out, okay? But it means like, it's almost like a chosen one, even though the price is garbage. And what's fascinating now is people have suspended belief. They're like, oh, Trump's in, everything's going to be great again. No, the pendulum is swinging, my friend. It is a pendulum. Okay, imagine a pendulum swings on a clock one side and you're like, oh, it's never going to ever go back to the other side ever again. Yeah, gravity, my friend, eventually comes out. So don't forget, Roca Negra is still the puppet of the US Fed, US government. Ethereum is the most Roca Negra aligned and WEF aligned asset in crypto. World Economic Forum. Now, if you are sidelined, you think that's bearish. That is bullish as F, okay? It's a chosen one. And what we are seeing now with the Ethereum price and like Vitalik being too woke. Listen, this public perception thing is just public perception. The people who run everything in the background, they love wokeism. They love complete censorship. They love filtering everything. They love total control. They love it. Okay, we've just had like this burst of Donald Trump saying, hey, it's not cool anymore. Mark my words. Once everybody is like not on high alert anymore, it will slowly creep in. You'll see later on. But let's read this post from Alex Becker. ETH is trash. This doesn't mean it's not getting exactly the same Roca Negra playbook that applied to Bitcoin. Roca Negra spent last year crushing the price while paying F tons and then blew it up. This is for Bitcoin. The same is happening with ETH now. Do you think Trump bought 100 million for fun? Huge up on the way. Yes, Alex Becker, 100% right. Do you honestly think it's a coincidence Donald Trump now owns $193 million of Ethereum? And Donald Trump's wallet, de facto wallet, Roca Negra, did the same playbook on Bitcoin, okay? So I like that post a lot. It's true. Perhaps in the next 5 years, it will look obvious that this price suppression FUD for Ethereum is like this way. It was all part of the simulation plan. Remember, the government loves power and control. Right now, we see this renaissance burst of friendship from Donald Trump entering presidency. But as we all know, these things don't last forever. Then again, the bull market is ticking, so they have to make a move on it. It's funny that everyone's looking at ETH BTC going down and they're saying, Vitalik, too much soy, bugs, and people are selling because of that. I'm like, bro, listen, yeah, Vitalik does eat too many bugs. There's a bit too much of soy stuff going on here. However, you shouldn't be selling. You shouldn't be selling at all. You know, we're just describing the candle color. We're just like part of the process of the story and the narrative creation down here. You know that's you should not be selling something that's like really low and cheap when you know it's part of the simulation, friends. Remember, they're trying to capture Bitcoin, but Ethereum was captured from day one, friends. If you go watch all the big friends, let me tell you something. The Bitcoin Maxis, they are right very often. They are right very often. Now, you'll miss life-changing opportunity with some altcoins, but they are right very, very, very often. The forward thinker visionary Bitcoin maxis, trust me, they're right. And yes, what they've said about, like, a lot of them have been bearish on ETH-BTC because they know they call it WEFereum. WEFereum. You know, WEFereum. And the way, look, they have an insight into all of that. But out of principle, because they were early to Bitcoin, they're like, oh, I never want to touch Ethereum. Okay, man, but we're here to win a game. I don't, like, okay, you're principled. Okay, sweet. You're still going to work a job and then stay in fiat in the rat race. You know, you're here to accelerate as much growth as you can for this, like, paper trash currency that we live in this world to try and accumulate, right? So ultimately, we're still very, very, very bullish on ETH. It needs to start moving up. By the way, based off the 2017 cycle, it's actually meant to start moving up literally between now and, like, right now. Like I said, from between now and the end of Feb, which is March here. Yeah, it's actually, its next move is meant to be like, bang. It's meant to be here, around 4 to 5K, hopefully above 4. It's meant to be towards its all-time high, 4,800, with that big vicious snapback. Now, there are some things in this universe I just don't know how to explain, okay? Where are you, Mr. Unicorn? I'm going to have to, friends, just, I know that was this is just, I don't understand what is going on. And it was, I just don't get it. I don't, am I looking at, who makes these? What is this world coming to? We are placing objects in our rectums with rainbow lights. I know, man. You know what, friends? As I get older, I'm just going to start blaming everything on Generation Z. Because that's what all the boomers did to us as we're going up. They're like, oh, look at this. It's all because of the rap music. And then the cars are too loud. And what's all this weird stuff going on? Yeah, man. Societies are changing, friends. And, like, speaking about change, something interesting, right? Ethereum, at the start, friends, you know, Lord Vitalik. Vitalik made Ethereum when he was 17 years old. So back then, I made videos on this. Remember, back then, friends, Vitalik was young. And I have the picture here. Like, you can look at, these are all, like, the early 8 things you didn't know about Vitalik. So you have Gavin Wood, who's now Polkadot. You have Charles Kuckinson from Cardanza. I think all these are, like, the founders or early OGs from it. Now, back then, oh, here's the actual OG photo. This is, like, back in the day. You see, here's Vitalik, Kuckinson. You have Gavin Wood. Would you have a look at that? So what happens is, that's how tech starts. Tech starts, friends, remember the tech wave of adoption, which I have right here. You see that? So when they all come in, they're innovators. Let's make a smart contract platform that's decentralized using the Bitcoin consensus model, right? So that's amazing, yeah? They're innovators. We ain't in innovators anymore. Now they're like late majority lagging. So that's why they have to really change stuff out here. Because back then, friends, when you're an innovator, because no one knows how to price your thing, and you have a first mover advantage, and you got no one to compete with because you're inventing a unicorn, you get the freaking unicorn gain. And so what happens is the price goes up so much, the dopamine levels that they receive, and it literally did 1000x in its first cycle. You know what I mean? You create an invention and you get 1000x, okay? Bang. It actually went up 4500x, I think, in the first cycle. Now, because of that, the dopamine hit is so large, you think, oh, I never need to change because I'm a decentralization maxi type of vibe guy. I like cypherpunks. I like fluffy slippers and lollipops. I like mogging people. When you put all of these together, they never need to change. However, you ossify, you calcify. So Ethereum, that was 10 years ago, bro. No one gives a crap. No one cares. Now, I'm saying that bluntly, but it's true. The new people coming in do not care. They're on Soylana. They're trading around fast transaction stuff. Like, they're like, hey, I know you have a decentralization maxi type of approach, but your investors are literally bleeding out. And if you don't take it seriously, someone's going to go do your vision with other people, put a few buttons and just and basically vampire off you. That's a marketplace. But it is interesting to think about this as well. ETH-BTC, friends, the sentiment of Ethereum is low, and it's the ETH-BTC ratio going down. Which proves to you it's not actually the US dollar price. People inherently, they know about, it's not that they watch this chart, they know this thing's not pumping. Isn't it interesting? Because you don't know, you're like $3,000, I can't tell. They know, hey, why is this thing not moving, okay? Which I find remarkable to understand as well when you're looking at it. And look, friends, speaking about rugs and all these other things. These filthy, subhuman filth scum robbed a teacher for $20,000 on Pump Fun.
You hear me? Yeah, but you're gonna be broke forever. So like that's not gonna help you. You know. Welcome to Solana.
Are you legit? Like, are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious. Welcome to Solana, buddy. You are fucked. It's done for you. It's over. You're literally sitting at 20K market cap right now. Nobody's gonna fucking save you. You are done. You look 17K. It's pathetic. 16K. Pathetic. And it's gonna continue to dump because nobody cares about you. So you might as well find you a good tree, a good rope, and go do everybody a favor. And that's that.
Oh, man, let me tell you something. Y'all out there might not care about me. And that's okay. Because my family cares about me. And these fucking kids care about me. And, damn, that's fucking shitty, man. Wow. Welcome to the trenches, huh?
Now, some people have suggested, like the Dogecoin millionaire, he suggested that it's possible that that they run like this elaborate scam. So some people have guessed that this teacher is in on it. So they pretend to be on him, and then what happens is the insiders, they dump because the teacher's in, they dump, and they're using the teacher as like, oh, these poor people dumped on us, right? But the teacher was used as like a gimmick to get those people in. So that's one people. But friend, look at this. It's pathetic, man. They rugged the teacher for 20 grand. But like, look how razor thin edge it is. Like, what is this? Like little social game experiment of clicking buttons for a day. Friends, they're not meme coins. It's JPEG swapping. You are swapping.
What do you even say to that shit?
You're swapping JPEGs. Yeah. So oh my gosh, man, this is so degen. Welcome to the jungle. 90%, more like 98%. Yeah, so it is like 90% users just face this, right? So seems like a cool dude. It's a shame these MFs get to float around and exist. I would say the man deserves a GoFundMe. Yeah, and everyone's just help spreading the word. Like, because you hear Soylana, because you hear that, that's actually what's happening. Like you're hearing it from the one person who wins, and they're cheating everyone else. Also, though, can Soylana keep eating the lunch of Ethereum? This is the Sol ETH ratio. Remember, friends, it all depends on like what comes after this point. Because you're thinking about, man, if Soylana's the favorite now, if you're betting on a favorite going into this bull market, like your odds, by the way, just telling you that it's opportunity cost, you know? So if you bet on the favorite walking into 2021, you still did, I guess, there was dollars to be made, but you missed out on the big stuff that came from zero and started moving because, you know, but each to their own. Depends how people want to play it. This is Judge Aunty Carol. Not all heroes wear capes. Pending Aunty Carol's decision for the Richard Heart versus SEC. Pulse ecosystem, friends. So this is her. We're waiting for her announcement, I guess. Her decision is due like any day now, 60 to 90 days. I guess the time's almost up. And yeah, maybe if that does appear, we will see some sort of 2x quick move. And just for friendship and kindness, I will draw what that is. That will be a 2x move up here. Yeah, that's not actually that much. Yay, sack one pro. We'll see. Also, this is the distance you need to go up, 20x, for Eric Wall to lose his bet. Remember, he's got $100,000 plus of bets with various community members. He bet that 2 years after PulseChain launch, it would be below 10x sack price. And like everybody was like begging him to take bets. And like this is very, very sad how it's played out. Also, for PulseChain fans, do you think Richard Heart will stream in 2025? I've got, you know, a lot of you guys are shocked. You know, Richard has been inactive longer than he's been active in terms of like the public eye stuff out here. So 2020 and 2021, he was active with his streaming. And then 22, 3, and 4, he's inactive. Now, he did have some few mentions and stuff on here, and like he appeared once, but for the most part, it's not about you and I know he's still there, but for the most part, we know it's a background role. So all these technicalities, the market doesn't give a crap about what you think about because what perception is. Okay, so he's been active longer than he's been active now. Do you think 2025 will be the year he returns? Because in the Bitcoin hype, that's why everybody was hopeful that he would be around in 2024. Because that was a Bitcoin halvening year. And he started in 2020, which was another Bitcoin halvening year, which was hexes pretty much his first year. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Many people say it's very, very controversial, obviously, because you don't know, like, by the way, what can he actually do? Like, I don't know, it's good marketing. People want to see him, price going up. Maybe he's just going to wait for the first slice up. That might be it. So I want to know what you think. We are all Retardio. Just 10 more minutes, babe. I think Trump is going to tweet something about crypto. And then the next picture. Once I make it in real life, once I make it, my real life can begin. So this is funny. These two pictures appeared on my feed side by side. Just this Wojak. Everyone, friends, it really does feel like we're all mentally deranged out here. If the cycle repeats the 4-year cycle, we are due for a big February. This is the dominance going down. This from BCB, but it's the same thing. Others BTC goes up, Bitcoin dominance go down. They all say the same thing with all the ratios. Shout out to my friend, Mr. Hoggy Hog. Waiting for the PDI friendship and everything out here, looking for those first cycle unicorns. Speaking of that, we really need, I mean, we've got Pika, we got all these other, all great stuff on PulseChain. But yes, where's the price, friends? Where can we start moving up, please? Is PDI out here? I know, man. I know. You just, like, you lose your mind. That's why I don't tell you to do anything. I just tell you what I'm doing, and I'm continuing to hold. I'm also, friends, I can't be more bullish on Ethereum at this point. Feeling like, look at all the signs, man. Freddie Kroiger, Wall Street guy. Hey, everybody, I'm a Wall Street guy. He said, I don't think Ethereum will survive. The MySpace to Facebook analogy holds here. Bro, I'm going to have to mark you on the chart. That is the most retarded thing I've ever heard. A Bitcoin guy is calling Ethereum MySpace. A Bitcoin guy. Do you understand Ethereum was invented because you can't do anything on Bitcoin? 11 years ago. Has anything changed? No, you still can't do anything on Bitcoin. It's fascinating. And actually what I've done now, friends, I'm going to copy paste. You guys to see me live. Bro, you're going here. You are coming on this chart, Habib. Oh man, that's gonna be funny when this thing eventually goes up. That's the game though. That's what, friends. That's why you don't look in markets, man. Markets look easy on a chart. When you look at a chart, you're like, oh, you can see like a 7-year time frame. Yeah, but you don't see. You got to pay for a wedding. You got to pay for a funeral. You got to pay for a birthday. You got a holiday in here. Someone goes sick. You don't see your life future events in the future coming up, like, oh, bills, and like you lose your job. You don't see any of those on the chart. So if you use money that unfortunately you can't afford to use, then it becomes problematic though. But if you just wait it out, you win. You do it, and it's like, oh, markets are easy. They go up. Yeah. In a vacuum, if you have like no life scenarios to throw out. So that's why it's a delicate balance out here. We're still going to make it. Also, shout out to the baby doll who found this. Hex bootstrapped Uniswap in its early days. Look at that. It was 40% of the volume. Hex was the most traded volume. Now it's a far cry now because like shameful Uniswap delisted Hex. Bro, you guys are soy boy woke, pencil neck version, noodle arm pieces of trash. Uniswap labs, you unisoy pieces of trash scum. The US president launched a meme coin and he's actively dumping on everybody. Plus, your crappy Uniswap website still lets me buy honeypots, rugs, scams, fake tokens. And you delisted Hex. You scum. You filthy scum. Send it to them. I want their whole trashy office in New York to watch this. You filthy scum. By the way, their manager, she was an ex-Blackrock chick as well. I made a video on her as well. And by the way, Uniswap, how did it turn out for you? After you backstabbed the whole crypto industry, you go suck off the corrupt SEC, and then the corrupt SEC backstab you. And then it was so bad, Donald Trump has to come in and mob Gary Gensler. And as promised, on day one, I will fire Gary Gensler. You're an abomination. I'm actually glad Soylana's beaten him. When I go through this, I'm glad. You know, you got to send the point to them. Third cycle curse. See, friends, you and I, we have to defeat soy. If we don't defeat soy, if we don't stand up for ourselves and say, no, I'm doing push-ups today. No, I'm having chicken breast and broccoli. I'm not eating your lentil beans. If we don't stand up for ourselves, who else is going to stand up for them? No one is. Soy will always be there. So it's up to us to keep it at bay for our children. Also, friends, you got to be careful because apparently XRP and Soylana are getting a CME futures launch. Oh, man. I hope to God they don't get that. That's scaring me. I hope they didn't get that. Now, why is that problematic? Man, we've been here for so long, man. CME launched the Bitcoin futures in December of 2017 at literally the top. Bitcoin was like 17K. Literally went down only from that point. They launched it at the exact pico top and allowed everybody to do infinite shorts and stuff on Bitcoin and just basically capped it. But yeah, I mean, the bull market was done anyway, 4-year cycle. So just showing you CME futures launches. By the way, I saw a comment as well. This was scared me. I scrolled down and someone said, no, it was bearish in 2017, but this time, he actually wrote this time is different. It's bullish now for 2025. Oh, I don't like seeing. Oh man, don't scare me. Don't write that. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see. Please. That person doesn't watch my channel, but it's just like a random person. But man, that's scary. Now, why are they markers? Why are they important markers? Because you reach like maximum consensus and everybody now agrees you're good, which means everybody has bought in, which means you're almost running out of buyers totally. That's why they're like, oh, now you're allowed on the list, the CME futures launch list next to Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now you're allowed there because that's the danger. Everybody's now in. Who else is left to buy? You get it? That's the problem here. But look, I will still be watching others BTC and everything else out here, so we don't have to like. Just be careful in them, man. Last but not least, friends, Ross Ulbricht got released from jail, yeah? I reported to you many times. He got pardoned by Donald Trump. And some people, they just still don't understand, like, why the big deal? You understand why it's a big deal. Okay. Rossi Boo was never meant to be in jail. He was never meant to be in prison. They sent him to prison for 13 years. By the way, he was sentenced for 40 years. He was going to die there. They're literally going to kill him there. He was sentenced to 40 years, 2.5 lifetimes. Okay, so he was never meant to be there. So in the US of A, my baby dolls over there have something called the Section 230. So basically, if you have a website and if someone on your website does some criminal stuff, you are not liable. Okay, you're protected. Now, you might say, oh, Shami, does this apply in the real world? Yes. Have you heard of... I'll just show you. Mark Zuckerpeep. The Peeper. Have you heard of him, friends? He's just having a quick squiz there, checking out her mammary glands. Like, oh, you got a lovely jacket, lady. I wonder which brand that is. I like your peak lapel here. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at her peak lapel. He's like, my gosh, I've never seen a peak lapel that pointy before. Who did your suit? Now, Peeping Mark, his website, Facebook, there is illegal activity there every 5 seconds. There's child porn. There are, violent gathering assaults. There's like what they would call like, treason, racism, whatever. Just there's illegal activities there, right? He doesn't get put in jail for it. But Rossi Boo, they put him in jail. They sentenced him for 40 years. Okay? And why? Why did they do that? It was because, look, I'm not here to play political things, but just facts are facts. It was under Obama administration, wokey, left, censorship, and basically he threatened the deep state when he did this action of, he made Silk Road website. It's a decentralized website. It uses currency, Bitcoin as the currency. So yes, and then obviously what were people doing? They were trading drugs with it. So, it was giving Bitcoin its first use case. To maybe buy some Molly on the internet. It's actually fascinating. I still run into people today. Friends, how many people, I had no idea they even knew about crypto. And they'll tell me, oh yeah, I was buying drugs with it like many years ago. I was like, what? You were buying, what the hell? Like it's so random and foreign to me. I did not know what I was doing back there. It's just amazing the amount of people running into the world. Like, oh yeah, I bought some, just to try it. Man, it was just crazy. I didn't know how it worked. I was like a young puck back then. And yeah, Bitcoin is the currency. So this libertarian upgrade, unfortunately, it was made an example of. So the judge was like, you know what? We got to get it. We got to basically crush this down. Also, they stole heaps of this Bitcoin. Now, what's sad is it was a non-violent crime, and they put him in jail. So he should never, ever, ever been there. But now Donald Trump in his message, he says the same guys that put him were the same scum. He actually called them scum. I've actually got the post here, right? He goes, I just called the mother of Ross Ulbricht to let her know, in honor of her and the libertarian movement, which supported me strongly, it was my pleasure to have just signed a full and unconditional pardon for Ross. The scum that worked to convict him were some of the same lunatics who were involved in the modern day weaponization of government against me. He was given 2 life sentences plus 40 years. Ridiculous. So, yeah, wow, it's actually more than 40 years. My gosh, man. So, yeah, it was that same, man, that deep crush. I like, we needed the Holy Spirit intervention to like dodge the bullet. Just like, man, this is like way too much. We're like sinking fast. So it was kind of great. It's kind of like, you know, but look, friends, I'm just telling you now, we're going to make it. Just please don't forget this, man. Politicians don't care about me and you. They never cared. You and I we're a thing out there. They don't know us. They don't put food on your table. Okay. It's up to us to win together. Okay. That's what it is here. So thanks, Donald. Ross is finally free after 13 years. Now, drop the meme coin ticker, baby. I want to have a punt. Obviously having a joke here, friends. You just, yeah, there have been a lot of like Ross coins. As you can tell, you're just trading mindshare and everything out here. So, Ethereum, are you finally going to go up? Or do I have to make more videos telling Vitalik to do some push-ups? Find out tomorrow. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.